this is your February 2016 reading. It's an extended love reading as well as general reading. We're going to start with your love reading, or love and relationships and partnerships. The first card that comes up says the answer lies within you. Seek the truth. There's something in this month, or about this month, about your partnerships and relationships that you're not looking at, not listening to, not paying attention to. You know the answer. You know what needs to be done, but you're not paying attention to it. So that's the first thing that needs attention. Right, then it says someone's going to propose something to you. I don't feel that this is the marriage kind of proposal. This is a proposal of a partnership of some sort. And you need to let that person show you the way or lead the way. Don't block yourself off due to past experiences or recent experiences. Be receptive to what this person is offering. Don't be over-controlling. Don't let fear control you here. Listen and see what that person has to offer you, because you could be very pleasantly surprised, providing you are open and receptive to the person. Now, your challenge is going to be that there's a major obstacle you have to overcome. This obstacle is, I think, both a practical one and hugely an internal one. And I think this has to also do with that answer that's inside you. There's something you're not getting over that needs to be gotten over. And you need to be calm in spite of the temporary conditions. You need to go within and find that quiet place within yourself. It's very important you do that. Stop being outside and directing all that energy outward, making noise on the outside. Go inward and find that quiet place on the inside. Don't look outside for certainty or for people to say, yes, you're right, or no, that person was wrong. Don't look outward for that. Go in within yourself and find the peace and quiet, because this time will pass. As they say, this too shall pass. And it's important that you don't pass it in that noisy external way. Go within. What you don't know, soon you will be given understanding. You will be given a key, an answer, which is going to explain to you or give you a better idea of what happened, of why you are at the point that you are now. And then when you gain that understanding, because life does this, there's no explaining, but when one puzzle piece falls into place, the rest of them seem to domino effect after that. But then someone that you've only imagined to have all those qualities that you're truly looking for is going to enter your life. And that is a blessing. Now, this is probably also why you need to get over that hurdle or that obstacle, so that you can clear that, I want to say, nonsense, rubbish, adherence to something that you're sticking to out of your life. So that when this person enters your life, you actually have the clarity of vision and heart to be able to see this person for what they are. And you might even at this stage in life be fairly cynical about things, so you'll be blocking off the clarity to see what this person is. So don't go there. And your next step is going to be prepare to love. Now, this love could be a great new friendship, or it could possibly be a new love or romantic partner, or your existing relationship or partnership, you're getting over a hurdle, over something, and you are now going to enter into an entirely new phase. So there's going to be a new energy entering your relationships, and new relationships that come in are going to be bursting with sweetness, which is absolutely wonderful. So connect, feel the joy and the excitement. Open yourself up to that. Do not become jaded and cynical. A bad experience in life does not mean the rest of life is the same. That's what cynicism is. And you'll see later in this reading, there's quite a bit of guidance as to why not to go down that route. So open yourself up to the miracles and the magic and whatever it is that is going to be brought into your life now. Be receptive to it. Because the outcome is long-term stability indicated here. It's time for a new story to be written. That old story of pain and rejection and loneliness. You've been there, you've done that, you've got the t-shirt. It's done and dusted. Leave it behind. Capricorn, this is coming through a lot in your readings lately. You've been struggling with this for a few months now. And it really is time to let go of that old story. If you cling to the old story, that's the story you're going to have. That's your belief system. That's the vibration you're putting out there. That's what's going to come back at you again. You have brand new, wonderful potential for you in the future, providing you can overcome this hurdle, this obstacle within yourself and externally, and write a new story. A story with hope and magic and sweetness, as that one card says. So the past is in the past, leave it there and move on to your new story. Create that new story. Then your guidance says you're due for a bit of a wake-up call. So there's a feeling here, if you don't overcome that obstacle, you don't get past that old story, you're going to be getting a wake-up call. Sometimes when we don't shift, universe or spirit or God is going to shift us. And most times it's far easier if we do the shifting ourselves, isn't it? So that wake-up call is not going to be something pleasant. I'm not saying this is a hugely unpleasant thing in your life. Not at all. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is you're going to get a little bit of a shock when you see yourself in the mirror, metaphorically speaking here. That's the person I've become. You don't want to do that. Your next card says rather shift. Shift into a new being. Change your hairstyle. Try new clothing. Change the colors you wear. Change the way you stand, your posture, your attitude. Shift your whole being into something different. And the last card says focus, and focus on that. Focus on shifting your mind. And sometimes the easiest way to shift one's mind is to shift your external world as well. The two always reflect one another. If you change your hairstyle, wear different clothing, change your mannerisms, you will find the internal shift is easier to make. Right, so that is your love and partnership and relationship reading. Now we move on to your general reading. Now the general reading suggests collaboration. Now this is also, I think, come up before for you guys. You have a reticence here to work with other people or be with other people due to an experience that you had recently or in the not too long past. But it's saying to you, you need other people. You need to collaborate with people. And this will bring you strength and success. You are part of a pride. There's no getting away from that. No man is an island. Then, when you collaborate these people, ensure they have the same vision as you. They share the same goals. They have the same aspirations. Don't overlook that. When you join up with people, state clearly where it is you want to go and what you want to do. And watch for their reactions and responses. You will know whether they're on the same path as what you are. And then collaborate with those that are. And then make a point of appreciating the abundance right in front of you. Often when the going gets tough, we tend to focus on what we don't have, on our lack, instead of looking at what we do have. And you do have abundance around you. Take a closer look and you will see it. Then their challenge says here that you are not to judge. This is not your role in this story. Justice will be served, but it will be served by divine law, by the higher realms. Everything will come together in the end. There is now about to be completion to whatever the cycle was. And you must be ready to move on to the new. You've grown spiritually, you've evolved, it's time to move on. And let justice be done by the divine law. That's not for you to do. And then the outcome says you need to move forward without fear. You are totally surrounded by protection now, okay? Fear is now going to be your worst enemy. This card says to call on Archangel Michael if you feel that fear coming. So for those of you who do this, then that would be the course of action to take. It says stand in the light and take the action of highest good. Listen to your heart, not your head. Face your fear, be brave, and venture forth with absolute belief in the promise and potential of tomorrow. Leave your fear behind because there's a brand new chapter in your life opening. And it needs your participation without the fear, without the judgment, and without the cynicism. Otherwise, this brand new wonderful story, well, with fear and judgment, you're going to ruin the wonderful part of it. Now, your guidance here says trust your instincts. Here's the thing. We always have those instincts. They're always there. They're always correct. We choose to ignore them at times because of fear, one. Two, we do not feel like dealing with the consequences if we are honest. Now, it is a time in your life to start listening to those instincts and to deal with things as they come up. The second card says that of innocence of childhood. You need to restore that in life again. And this is where that part of being jaded and cynical and judgmental needs to go. You need to get this out of your life. If you cling to those, you are going to get more situations in your life where that is going to come up because that's the vibration you're putting out there, so you're attracting this back in life. Get innocent again. Get your thoughts and your actions innocent. The final card says you do have the power. You have the power to change the way you feel. You have the power to change your future. You have power. You may have feel as if power was taken away to you due to whatever the circumstances were that got you to this place, but that's not true. That was fate doing its thing. That was fate shaping you and molding you, knocking off your edges, teaching you who you are, what you're worth to yourself, teaching you self-worth, which is the most important thing. Your power was never taken away. You still have it, and you definitely have it for the future. Now, your soul path speaks once again about collaborating with other people and being part of a group. You need the group for strength. You need the group for backup. You need the group because you feed each other energy and energy source. You cannot do this on your own. Do not try to do it on your own. It's not that you can't do it, physically can't do it. Yes, you physically can do it, but you will use far less energy if you collaborate with people, if you join the group and do things as a group. And then the final card there says, gradually, despite your failures and experimentations, an image starts to form. Now, it's when we knock up against life, it's when we get tested, it's perhaps when we feel pain and failure that we really get to know ourselves. When life is constantly smooth and lovely and nothing goes wrong, we are never tested. We never get to find our inner strengths. We never get to find who we really are. We never get to find what we really like and what we don't like. We never get to make choices that make us feel proud of ourselves. So this was that testing ground for you. You are now getting an image of yourself, a clearer image of yourself. A new you is emerging from this, and eventually everything will fall into place and make sense to you. Right, Capricorn, that is your February 2016 reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and listening.